I set my dad the challenge of rebuilding the worst team in the English leagues. And this year, it was a team we have connections with, as it's Morecambe. Because in case you didn't know, I'm currently the Morecambe Odyssey Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So my dad's challenge today is to take Morecambe higher than they've ever been, and to win the Premier League. Right, Dad, I gave you the task of rebuilding, or just building, to be honest, the worst team in the English Football League.
Yep.
Morecambe.
Yeah, they come bottom, didn't they? I went up to Morecambe with you.
Yeah, for the wrestling.
To watch you wrestle, which a very good evening. Thanks to everybody up there. While we was up there, they played against Carlisle, I believe, and lost, and it sort of like deemed them so that they were relegated and become bottom of the league at that same time. So when you gave me the challenge, I thought, well, yeah, all right, I'll take that on.
Yeah.
See what I can do for them.
That's it. We've got friends from Morecambe, which is the reason why we wrestle up there quite a lot. And
yeah,
I'm currently the Morecambe Odyssey Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So there you go. If you're up in that sort of northwest area, Lancashire area, and you want to watch me wrestle, we've got some very big dates coming up at Odyssey Pro Wrestling with some cracking cards as well. We've got June the 14th, so that's coming up very soon. I am in a mutiny match, which is basically like a big carnage match that I'll be wrestling on there. Not for those tag titles though, but maybe I will be in July, because July 26th, I'll be back in Morecambe again, hopefully to defend the Odyssey Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship. So thank you everybody who's come along already, but if you are in that sort of Lancashire area, come along and watch Odyssey Pro Wrestling. Honestly, you'll have a blast. Dad come all the way up to watch it last time.
I might even come up again to watch another one. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much.
That's it. Right. Let's get cracking then with Morecambe. Now, Ethan, who I actually go up there with, because he's from Morecambe, has asked me for years to do a Morecambe rebuild, and I've always told him, no, mate.
Not a chance.
No story in that. Now there actually is, because they are technically the worst team after finishing bottom of Sky Bet League 2. All right, Dad, so we're starting off in League 2. We're not starting off in the Vanarama National League. We're starting off in League 2, but there's no money, no budget whatsoever, and this is what Ethan always tells me as well. You don't get any money at Morecambe.
Nope.
So it's even more of a challenge. 2 loan deals to kick things off. We got Will Armitage. That's come in. Good centre-back. And Will Lancashire.
Yes.
Good striker.
Well,
very good striker, actually.
To be honest, I was pleased to get this guy. I didn't think I'd get him. I didn't think Spurs would release him. But, you know, it's the contacts that I have with Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
It sort of worked. And you can't win a game without scoring goals. So this is what I've done. I got him in.
Tactically, we're going to a 4-3-3, but with sort of 2 attacking-sided players instead of the 3 up front.
Yeah.
With Taylor locked into that midfield centre position. If we're looking at the best 11, he comes out and goes there. So it's looking a little bit different, but Will Lancashire goes into that starting 11 there, and we'll see how you started. It's not been pretty.
Oh, it's not, is it, really?
2 wins. One of them was in the EFL first round, knocking out Salford, to be fair, which isn't bad at all.
That's a cracking result, really, yeah.
And then a away win to Newport County.
And that's an hard place to go to and win, so that was a good result, really. I felt, really chuffed with that result.
All right.
But losing to Wimbledon, and I mean, Norwich, I expected to lose that game anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, first season underway then. The idea of this is probably to survive. We know they finished bottom of the league.
So just trying to do
real life.
Try and do what they didn't, what they didn't do.
Yeah.
And that's survive in this league, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. Season number 1. All right, season 1, a 10th place finish, Dad. Not bad at all. Will Lancashire scored 20 goals.
Yeah,
that seemed like it was a crucial loan deal to get over the line.
Yes. I mean, I felt when you see what that team did do, apart from the loan signings, and they finished last, and I finished in 10th, I'm really pleased with that. So
yeah,
that's sort of like the beginning of a new beginning, I sort of say.
Okay, 67 points, finishing mid-table. If we're looking at the past positions here, we sort of climbed up to mid-table, stayed around that area.
Didn't get in the wire, so.
No, in terms of goals, he got 16 across the season. Nowhere near Georgie Kelly, who got 29. Fair play to him. But we got the most yellow cards a couple of times. That's hilarious. And Jake Taylor, 12 assists, which is not bad at all. So the rest of the players, I mean, obviously losing Will Lancashire, now you've got to replace him.
Yeah,
that's
the only problem with it. When you loan players in, if they're really good, you've got to replace them. So
because Charlie Brown Isn't that Snoopy's, mate?
Yeah.
He got 12 goals. He's only up there with 12. In your transfer budget, there isn't any,
No.
to be honest. But you expect that in the lower leagues. That's enough, actually, to get yourself in some free transfers.
Yeah, you get a couple of free transfers and maybe a couple more loans again.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
That's what you got to look at when you're in the lower leagues, isn't it?
Not expecting anything in the Cups, and as you can see, didn't get anywhere anywhere. So it's all about this summer and what you can do next season. Okay, kicking things off, Dad. A lot of free transfers because again, we don't really have the budget. We got Roman Sawyers, who's come in centre attacking midfielder. I recognise him because he's played in the Championship quite a few times and even in the Premier League, actually.
Good experienced player. I mean, you know me, I don't usually go for any players over 32, but when you're this low down in the league, this is when you got to take these players. They're well experienced, aren't they?
Absolutely. So we've got other options as well. Charlie Kelman's coming on a free transfer from QPR.
Yeah,
good striker replacement.
He can be a good striker, yeah.
Yeah, obviously after losing Will Lancashire last year. Terrell Adjaman, midfielder or right back.
Good sort of like squad player, really, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what you need to do in the lower leagues, I think, as well, is find players who are natural in 2 or 3 positions.
Right, yeah. So, and he's only 21, so it's a good sign, really.
Yeah, and then we got, actually, he was a loan deal. And then Tyree Simpson, also a loan deal. Paid a little bit of money for him, but he's a good striker.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 goals in 5 games for Morecambe already. Start of the season. Yeah. And then finally, Finley Burns from Manchester City. Centre-back option, and he's
really good.
Fantastic for this
league. That's hell of a difference getting a player like this in. And he's 21, so he's not like where he's young and he hasn't done it. He's a good experienced player, really.
Yeah.
At that age, so yeah, I'm pleased with that.
I mean, yeah, he's actually been on loan at Hull the season before the Championship. Didn't play any games, though, sadly. But yeah, 5 games already at the start of the season with a 7 average rating without any goals being scored. For a centre-back, that's really good. Yeah. So tactically, we're setting up in a 4-2-2-2 formation. Yes. Going a little bit more attacking.
Bit more empty in the midfield, but I'm just hoping my defensive midfielders are really, I mean, they are good, so they'll just sort of block that hole. But 2 good strikers, so I've got to take a chance, and I've got the wingers to supply them as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, the start of the season has been a good one. Only losing 1 game and winning the rest. It was a 3-2 loss away from home against Fleetwood. Who had Jimmy J. Morgan, who we know is quite good as a loanee on Football Manager from Chelsea. Very good player, so no surprise that he's got the winner there and was the difference maker in that game. But the rest of the fixtures, very good. Charlie Brown is scoring some goals, by the way.
Yes, good at it.
So,
and the good thing is I'm winning the games quite comfortably as well by the looks of it. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Good start to the season.
All right, well, season number 2, well, we'll see like a bit of a playoff push. Let's have a look at the Sky Bet League 2 season preview. It still puts you mid-table, pretty much where you finished last season, at 20-1. We're going to go and defy the odds. Let's find out. Right, well, that is a very impressive season.
Yes.
95
really
points.
Look at the goals I scored. That's what won it for me.
Yeah.
Got the 2 good strikers in, and they've done the business for me.
As champions as well. Tyree Simpson, 24 goals. He was the difference maker for sure.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of players in the average rating. Brandon Barker being one of them. He was a winger that played quite a lot of games there. Tyree Simpson, of course, and Jacob Davenport. He's done very well from centre midfield.
Yeah.
Very good, Dad. Assist-wise, we're looking at Brandon Barker and Charlie Brown getting 13 each. Very good season indeed. The past positions, let's see how it's climbed. Once you got up there, stayed there.
That's what it's all about. Really consistent season.
Yeah. Most goals scored. Aren't on the fewest conceded, but hey, that doesn't matter.
No. I can win every game 2-1. I don't care.
Yeah, that's it. In terms of the other competitions, again, we're not at that point. Did get to the semi-final of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, but never got past Milton Keynes, who was in your league. Where did they finish eventually? They finished quite far down, didn't they? Or did they go up last season? I think they went up last season. Wimbledon also going up though with you. 95 points, 5 ahead of Swindon. Yeah. Good stuff. 27 goals for Tyree Simpson. Nice from Brandon Barker season as well. 19 and 15, 16 and 16 for Charlie Brown.
That's good.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Transfer budget. There is something there.
Yes, and it's still going to be hard. It's not an easy league to be in with not a big transfer budget, but just do a bit of the same, innit? Free transfers, a couple of loanees again, probably.
I always think the Vanarama National League and this division are the 2 easiest to go up from. This is the next hardest, League 1, then the Championships, different gravy.
Yeah, it is,
That's the hardest. So let's see what players you bring in for season number 3. in our first Sky Bet League One. Listen, I'm a man who was born with very poor hair follicles, and that means that I shave my head every single week. It also means that I like to keep my beard the perfect length, so I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable and it suits how I like it. And both of these are done with the tools from Manscaped and what you can buy on manscaped.com. And all of you guys may be in a similar situation, or maybe you're getting asked what you want for Father's Day or an upcoming birthday, and you can go, well, I want the Beard and Balls bundle from manscaped.com, because this features both the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and the Beard Hedger, both electric trimmers in a 2-for-1 package that will help your grooming sessions below the belt, on your face, and in my case, under the hat. And with my code Omega at checkout, you get yourself 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com, and there will be a link at the top of the description. So whatever length you require, the Beard Hedger has 20 adjustable settings with just one guard. It's an amazing piece of kit that's waterproof and has the signature skin-safe technology. Just like the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, which has an interchangeable foil blade as well if you really want to go smooth to the skin, and that means no barbershop appointment is needed. So again, head to manscaped.com, use the code Omega for 20% off and free shipping. I'll leave a link in the top of the description, and get yourself the Beard and Balls bundle. Alright, good use of the transfer market here, Dad, because you also sold to obviously the club that's come up, Swindon, 165k, which has allowed you to spend a lot more money on more free transfers. And I can see here, even up until the end of July, bringing in Fabio Tavares, which is a cracking signing.
Yeah, he's a good
of course, come through sort of the youth academy at Rochdale, but played very well in the Championship the last couple of seasons, had a bit of prospect.
Yeah.
He's in there. Josh Grant's another free transfer you've brought in quite late, centre-back option, used to play at Plymouth Argyle. Then we've got Connor Shaughnessy is another one, another centre-back option. Just keep improving
That's
the
what it's
team.
all about, isn't it?
Yeah, Harrison Parker, exactly the same. And loan deals coming in, which is obviously going to help you as well. Sam Sherring, free transfer from MK Dons, who's also in the division that you're going into. Another one here from Leyton Orient, which was a winger. One from Newcastle, centre-back option, Irish. And then finally, Luke McCormick, who was at Bristol Rovers, a decent centre midfielder who can play all the way up into centre attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
So lots of options there, and you've decided to stick with the formation that you went up with.
Yeah, champions, and I. So might as well just stick with it and just see how it goes in this league. So yeah.
Josh Grant and Sam Sherring is locked in because they come out of the side when the best 11 is picked. But we're looking at Rodriguez Gentle for hopefully scoring the most goals, who is on loan from Preston North End, as well as O'Gorman, who is on loan from Middlesbrough. So relying on loanees again, but that is how you get up through the leagues. That's the most important part of this. And the start of the season, it has been great. I mean, I know we've just been promoted. We can't take anything for granted, but we're sat in third place after some great wins and only losing one fixture away to Barnsley.
And that's no bad result really against Barnsley.
No.
At their ground as well. When you look at some of the other games I've won, Huddersfield, Reading, there's some
Sheffield
good
Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday is a massive result as well. They're a good side. So
yeah,
I'm pleased with that start of the season.
Really good start. Sat in third place in the league table, and you're looking at the season preview, you're nowhere near supposed to be there.
No.
19th place, 100-1. That's actually quite higher than what I thought it would be anyway.
Yeah.
Some big clubs in this division as well. West Brom, Millwall, Reading, Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth.
Wrexham's there as well.
Wrexham,
Wrexham's
Wigan.
Yeah.
Some big clubs, but how will you fare against them in your first in Sky Bet League One? I don't know how you've done that. Back-to-back promotions.
Mate, no, we're all right.
Wow.
What a result that was, eh?
91 points, going up as champions. You've done the Wrexham.
I mean, you look at it, and something just stands out so much for me is goals for again. Well, the goal average.
Goals scored.
107 again.
Yeah.
So it's, if you score goals, you win games, don't you? And that's what I've set my team up 2 seasons in a row to win games and score goals, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, fair play. Losing 11 games, drawing 7, winning 28. Gentile was the top scorer just with 18 goals, so not that much just from a single player. Spread around.
Right across the team, yeah.
Yeah, because statistically, scored the most goals by 6 ahead of Charlton. Where did Charlton finish? They finished in third place. There's a difference that they did not qualify through the playoffs. We've got the most player of the matches, second highest amount of assists there. Average rating, there's a couple of players dotted around there. This is a great start, Dad. Nothing in the cuts, third round by Chelsea and Plymouth Argyle. So, one massive club and Chelsea.
Get in.
But yeah, going into the championship season, this is going to be the most difficult thing, is staying
And
there
the
now.
problem is I might have come up too quick.
That's always something you come up against,
Yeah.
because the money is not amazing
No.
going up there, and financially you're in the red
Yes.
and haven't really got anything in there. So yeah, you got your work cut out for you going into the championship. And
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
have to pull out some
whether
miracles.
some of the players I've got are probably nowhere near as good enough to be in this league. So this really could be a real survival scramble for me next season.
Yeah, especially because going forward, obviously you're going to lose Rodriguez Gentile. He will be leaving. The other loan signings seem to have already gone, but you've got a couple of players who are scoring double figures. Will that continue in the championship at a higher level?
That's right, yeah.
That's the trouble you're going to be facing. So, yeah, big summer ahead. Okay, first season in the championship then. 150k has gone out. You have spent money, but it was all on a loan deal.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we know at this stage, loans are crucial.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Good left back, though.
Very
Attacking
good.
left back, especially for the championship.
Yeah, good at crossing the ball as well. So, yeah, pleased with that signing.
Tyler Fredrickson, free transfers, a good centre back. We've got Harry Howe coming in on another loan deal. 2 loan deals as well. Jamal Wright is another one for the right back position. Again, looks quite good.
Yeah.
Odin Bingley on a free transfer there. Briasco, who looks like a decent winger / striker there. Bit of pace. And then finally, Tom Dele Bashiru, who's a centre midfielder.
Could be a good signing for me, that one. And being one of my own players as well, so I'll keep him as well. So I feel that's a good transfer window. I borrowed some players off some Premier League teams, which is always the best thing you can do. Try and do, really. And when they will try and let you have their players as well, won't they? Because you're in the Championship. They know it's a good league to be in.
Yeah, they want some of their youngsters to play first team football. Switching things up then after back-to-back promotions. That does surprise me.
Yeah, well, it was always going to be hard in this league, so I've just got to be a bit more defensive, I felt, really. And that's why I've gone to this sort of formation, really.
Okay, so the 4-4-2 with obviously a drop-off in the DMs and advanced midfielder. Starting off the season, got a couple of wins in there against Luton and Swansea.
Yeah.
Losing to Sheffield United and Bradford, who was in the Cup, so that doesn't matter too much. And a couple of draws against Stoke and Hull. So
I'm quite pleased with the start I've had.
yeah, only really a loss to Sheffield United in the league.
I'm not going to take this league apart, so I'm looking at if I can finish that one place above relegation, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, so
Just staying in
season
this league.
preview puts us bottom of the league.
Exactly where I expected to be, really. My team's not
350 to 1.
the squad that I've got it's probably a Division 1 squad, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Okay, let's see what happens then. First season in the Championship. First season, not only did you survive, but you thrived.
Wow.
Playoffs.
I couldn't believe it. Tell you what, I mean, all right, I've got absolutely
You
hammered
got
10.
tonked in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
I'm against Watford. They're a good side as well. But where did I finish in the league? That's just
Sixth place.
outstanding, really.
Yeah.
When you think the 2 seasons I've had to win back-to-back promotion and then finish 6th in the Championship, oh, wow. I'm just over the moon.
Yeah, 20 wins, 13 draws, 13 losses. Not a bad goal difference either. Profile of the league. We've even got Briasco up there
Yeah.
as one of, and he's a Morecambe player.
Yes,
He's a
even
free
better.
transfer. So
Yes.
Norberto Briasco, although he is 31 now, Dad will probably look to offload him, knowing Dad. But yeah, he is your player, and he is obviously one of the top scorers of the league.
I mean, Watford deserve to get promoted as well. They finished in 3rd, so I'm always... When a third team gets promoted, I'm always sort of think, well, you deserved it, really.
Yeah.
And they did deserve it, really.
Lincoln's up there as well.
Yes.
Tom FM, our friend,
Yeah.
would be quite happy with
He
that.
would be, yes.
Finishing in 5th place.
When you look at the teams that got relegated.
Yeah, Cardiff, Blackburn, Huddersfield,
Big
3
teams.
big teams going
Yeah.
down. Not too bad at all there. So, gotta be happy.
Good season.
Very happy with that. Let's have a look at the past positions then. How'd you get on throughout the whole season? A lot was spent in mid-table, and then it was kind of like a late force yourself into
Yeah.
the playoffs after a 3-2 win against
Yeah,
Preston.
so I was never in trouble.
No.
So really good, really.
That final, and it was a hat-trick from Norberto Briasco as well, which put you into the playoffs
Yeah.
itself. Nice. Okay, well, he was top scorer with 23 goals across the season, 12 from Rodriguez Gentile, who you managed to bring back for another year. That's good to see. Then we got 10 and 15 here from Dealing, who was very good for you. Locking in Tom Dele Bashiru was a good move, I think.
Yep.
His valuation now is very high if you did look to sell him as well. But transfer budget, that's where we are looking to struggle.
Yeah, I mean, I expected that really. So it's always going to be that from there on, really. From whatever league I'm in from now on, it's going to be like that. I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a lot of money. It's going to be solely getting players in like that player there, and then just selling them on, really. And
Yeah.
making your money that way.
All right, well, let's see if you manage to do that this summer. A nice quiet window.
Yeah.
We got the loanee that you had last season on a free transfer.
To me, that's like a really good signing. That
He only got 4 assists last year,
yeah,
though.
but he's still a good left back, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
You know,
yeah.
and then to get him for nothing as well, then, and he's all right. He's not valued a lot of money, but I
Decent
still think
wages.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Then we got Rios Alonso, who's also joined on a centre-back option. German, 27 years old.
Good player.
Yeah, improves to starting 11. And then Naz Benchaita, who only 18.
Yes.
Looks like he has good potential at Chelsea. Yeah, very pacey player.
Yes.
So not to, how many seasons are we in? And he's 18 years old. He must have started at like 14. This is the 5th season we're going into now. Tactically, you've changed things around, and that does surprise me again.
Yes.
Dad.
Oh well, I'm a little bit confident now. I'm sort of like thinking, right.
Oh, I don't like it when you say things like that.
I've had the season of being very cautious, and I got away with it. I got to the playoffs. So why don't we just push forward a little bit? And that's what I feel like I've done, really. The left back, getting that left back in helped me, really, I think. So I've just sort of like, that does that position really well. So, yeah, I'm just gone a little bit more forward now, and just hopefully the forward and the midfield can do it for me.
Okay, well, start the season. We're in mid-table, roughly, because there's been a lot of draws.
Yes.
3 draws in general. Norwich and Southampton was a loss, but Southampton was in the cup. Norwich was in the league. There has been a couple of wins, only 2 in the Championship, because there was a Derby County one earlier on in July as well. So
Yeah.
Derby and Doncaster, who's got up there.
The last 2 games I drew against Southampton in the league and then lost to them in the cup. I don't mind that. When you look at the draws that I've got, Bristol City, Leicester, and Southampton, they're top teams, I feel, in this league. So they're not bad draws.
No, Leicester was predicted to go up top last season.
Yeah.
They didn't. But season preview for this year has Bournemouth up there. Still has you rock bottom. And a worse scenario than what it was last season. Even though Plymouth Argyle, Millwall and Doncaster who've just come up. Doncaster 10-1. What are they seeing in that? That's giving them such good odds. All right, well, you survived last year. In fact, you got into the playoffs last year. One better this year, maybe.
I'd settle for getting in the playoffs again, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be sort of too bad if I sort of mid-table. It's surviving in this league. I'm building I'm trying to build a squad that's good enough to be in this league at the moment. So that's where I am.
Okay, well, season number 5 then. How does it play out? Season 5, mid-table, 10th place, exactly where you were.
Yeah.
Charlie Kelman, top scorer with 21 goals across the season. Southampton, Leicester and Wolves all gone up.
When you look at the team, no disrespect to Lincoln, but I expected all the teams above me to be above me except for Lincoln, really. So
Yeah.
I'm pleased with that.
And look, Doncaster, who were given such good odds,
Right down there, go on. See you
relegated,
later.
41 points.
I mean, when you look
Gone.
at the teams below me, like the Bristol Cities and the Prestons, Derbys, Middlesbroughs, Lutons, I've had a good season.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, I'm pleased with that.
You had players like Evanilson in your league as well, which
Yeah,
says
I mean,
it all.
come on.
Joey Stevens at Lincoln was one of the top scorers.
Look
They've
at
got
him,
a
look.
baller.
Yes.
Wow, is that a loanee? No, contracted. That's why Lincoln's doing very well.
Exactly,
He's
yeah.
come through their youth academy and he's
Yeah.
been scoring some goals
God almighty.
the last couple of seasons.
I wish I'd noticed that.
So Joey Stevens,
I'd have gone for him.
Well, he is like millions of
Yeah.
pounds, but still.
Yeah, when they got all of them. If you come through the system,
Yeah, he come from the youth academy, so that's a tricky one. Okay, so other competitions. 5th round of the FA Cup. That's giving you a bit of a nice little cup run. Spurs in the 5th round, not
Spurs
too bad
and
at all.
Southampton, so 2 good teams to knock me out. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, finances are looking good, and transfer budget is a positive one with a little bit of minus in the wage budget, which isn't too bad at all. As soon as you flick that over,
Everything's getting
you'll be
better.
laughing. Yeah.
Everything's getting better. That's what I like to see.
So not too bad.
I ain't got a
21
big squad, mind
goals
you.
from Charlie Kelman. No, Tavares got 19 as well. Yeah, you just got to build on this, I think.
Yeah.
Build on it and see what happens next year, because some of these players are worth something.
That's the thing. You're looking at some of the players I've got in there now. There's one there for 9 million, 11 million. Sort of, you're looking at a couple of players. I'm only going to sell one of those big ones,
Yeah.
and I could buy 4 or 5 players for that.
Okay, well, let's see if that happens. So exactly what you said could happen has
Yeah.
happened. I just didn't expect where it happened. Doncaster, who just got relegated, we know why they were predicted to finish to do so well, splashed £3.4 million on Jack Wadham, who you got for 38k.
Good bit of business there, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it was. And that has allowed you to spend, because 675k, 250 grand on Oliver Dovin, which is, I dare say, probably a record transfer at the time for the goalkeeper, until Miguel Gonzalez joined the club from Deportivo La Guera.
Yeah, good attacking midfielder.
Yeah, not too bad at all. 425k there from
Scored
Venezuela.
4 goals already in 6 games.
Yeah, and got himself an assist.
Hit the ground running as well.
Got some free transfers as well who've joined the club, so a lot of players who could be helping this. And again, you said about having a small squad. That helps having the small squad as well.
Definitely, and they're good players for this league as well, I feel.
Yeah. Changing things up slightly again, going into this. I think you've had different variations of the similar formations every season. It's almost like a diamond. We've got an attacking midfielder, 2 up front, defensive midfielder in there with 2 wingers. But we are currently sitting top of the league, Dad.
And Southampton knocked me out of the cup again.
Yeah.
But what a start.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, what a start. I can't believe the start I've had for this season as well. So, really
Beat
pleased
Lincoln
with that.
5-2. Their player didn't score. Look. I wonder if he's still there. Let's have a little gander and see if he is. £7.5 million. Joey Stevens gone to Everton.
Yeah.
Gone to Everton. They cashed in. We knew they would soon. So Joey Stevens is an interesting prospect that Lincoln do not have now. Be interested to see whether they survive now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because obviously selling their best player.
I mean, you look at some of the results. I beat Bournemouth, I beat Peterborough, I beat Sunderland, I beat Sheffield Wednesday. So I've had some really good results so far.
Yeah, currently sat top of the league. Season preview still has you down at the bottom. And interestingly, with Joey Stevens gone, Lincoln in third from bottom.
Yeah.
So
I still think getting into the playoffs would be an achievement for this team I've got at the moment. I mean, all right, I'm top of the league. Yeah, what a great start I've had, but we all know it's a long season, and I still feel I'm building this squad really.
Okay, well, whether it's relegation, playoff, or promotion automatically, find out. And it is automatic promotion in second place as well.
Get in.
99 points.
It's all about the goals again. Look,
Yeah.
113 highest record for the. Wow.
Lincoln survived down in 18th, by the way.
Unfortunately, Argo
didn't.
went down with Sheffield Wednesday and Luton. So.
But Premier League football for your dad, loser 9 games. Very good. You lost to Lincoln and Argyle. One of those games, and you would be potentially lifting the title instead of Norwich. But
one of the
doesn't matter anyway.
Isn't it? I still think I'm 2 seasons too early.
Yeah, Charlie Kelman is the top scorer. He does not look like a Premier League player at all, does he?
He don't. He really doesn't, does he? But you can't argue about it. The boys have got together and they've put us there. So
Sorba Thomas with the most assists, that right midfield spot.
Good
Charlie
signing for
Kelman,
me.
player of the matches. He had the most across the season. Other competitions, 3rd round by Villa, 3rd round by Southampton. So goals, 24 from Kelman. Briasco, who obviously, did you keep him on? Yeah, you did. 17 and 14 again. That's his better season.
yes.
And he isn't looking too good now, is he? After 33. He's getting a little bit worse now. Tavares had an alright one as well, considering he only started 12 games, so that's really good. But your transfer budget,
This is really
£32 million.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, when you look at the squad that I've just had there, you'd be struggling to find a Premier League player in that squad, and you
definitely,
really.
Yeah.
So it's a massive rebuild again now. So I've really got to hope for the first 2 seasons I can survive, because it will take me at least 2 seasons, I feel.
Yeah, I think really you've only got 3 or 4 players that could potentially start in a Premier League side and survive. I think Tyler Frederickson's one of them. The centre-back that you've got, I think Timothy Pembele is another one, because he's very versatile in that right-back situation there. That might be it.
Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah. Salazar at left-back might not be too bad either. Sorba Thomas is
I've got a centre-back, a left-back and a right-back. And the right-back can play right across the back 4 as well. So it's the start of a good defence, really.
Yeah.
So I've just got to build from there, really, and just add 1 or 2 sort of good players in midfield and a striker, really, and then just hope that I survive, and then do the same again the following season.
Yeah. Okay, well, got £32 million to spend, and see who Dad brings in. Okay, so we spent a lot of the money
Yeah.
We brought in a few players here. Free transfer. Not a bad free transfer. That
Not very
Chris
good.
Hewitt for 350k. That is a brilliant pickup.
Yes. He is a good midfielder for
Really good
only
pickup.
20
that.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially really good.
Ed Turns, £8 million. Good Welsh centre-back there who can play across the back three. $8 million, though, is a lot
Yes.
considering the budget you had. But
Yeah, it
Lee
was, yeah.
Farrell for $1 million. Again, a very good pickup.
That's the thing. All right, I spent 8 million on that other player. Was it 3 million or 8 million?
$8 million.
8 million. And then you're picking up the other players, like this type of player,
Yeah.
for virtually nothing, really. So,
£7 million on Batelli,
Yes.
who is a good striker. Pacey, composure and off the ball is there. Corin Madden from Cliftonville, there's a cheap option and a good striker as well.
yeah, there you go. See.
20 years of age.
I feel that the spine of the team, as I always call it, I've done well for that spine, so they've
Yeah.
worked down through the centre.
£6 million on the ins as well, but there was 10 million on the outs, and that was the German centre-back that you brought in on a free transfer 2 seasons ago, gone for £10 million there. Arsene Zakarian's a great free transfer. He used to be a bit of a foot manager wonder kid.
Yep.
Not quite the player he used to be, but James McAtee probably would get in the lineup ahead of him anyway.
Yeah.
Then we got this man for £4.5 million.
There's another good player, really, in it.
Yeah, 6'5". Semedo on a free transfer. Backup option. We got a centre midfielder here, Adil Auchi. Arthur Herman, £1.5 million. Another left back option. Great physicals on him there. Orellana, Jandro Orellana, free transfer. Portuguese centre defence midfielder. That's probably now your best centre midfielder, I
Yeah,
think.
definitely, yeah.
He's really good. And then finally, Jaden Bogle for
Yeah.
400k. Another right back.
Yes.
A lot of right backs joining the club.
I feel that I've just really boosted the squad now. So I've got a really big sort of squad that sort of can help me if I get injuries. But I always do it for the Premier League, that I always go through it front. Never tried it.
You stole my DLF trick, though.
And I did, yes. I looked at it and I thought, right, I'm going to try it. And with the players that I had here, I mean, 2 of them are new players for me, so it's worth a try, really.
Yeah.
And I got Hewitt in the midfield, and he was a good pickup as well, really. So I feel that I've got a team that could hold its own, and that's all I need to do. Just hold its own. Just stay there.
Yeah.
And then just keep me in the Premier League, because more money will come in the next season. I could do it again. I mean, you're looking at that team there. There's probably about 5 or 6 players there, new players this season into the team right away. So it's a big season. I could come unstuck this season, but hopefully I don't.
Well, you had an okay start to the season, but just 2 Premier League games. It was a draw to Forest, a loss to Aston Villa, but only 3-2. You have beaten Sheffield United away in the Cup, 97th minute winner there. So we don't really know how you're going to do this season.
No, not at the moment.
But yeah, it's all about surviving.
And I got Lincoln next.
Yeah.
In the
You
cup.
defied the odds so far.
Yes.
It's just
And
trying
I'm
to
down that
continue
bottom
to
again,
do
but
that.
the odds again against me.
2,000 to 1. But
Yeah.
Leicester won it when it was 10,000 to 1.
Yep,
so
so it's possible.
it is
Anything's possible.
And season 7 ends just with survival.
1 point. 1 point. I nearly chucked away. Look at my finish. Look, compared to Ipswich. Look, Ipswich nearly pipped me.
Yeah. Very bad.
Just
Just
survived.
getting it. Just getting
Hey,
it.
I'll take it. That's what I wanted to be. If you'd said to me at the beginning of the season you're going to finish 17th, I would have took it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely would have took it. Survival. That's all it's about.
Not bad at all. Only 7 wins, which is quite funny.
I'm surprised I didn't get sacked, really, but I survived. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got more coming to the Premier League. What
And
more can
kept
I
them
want?
there.
And kept them there, yeah.
And kept them there. That's the most important thing. Never really got above 11th place,
No.
which is actually alphabetically where you started. Never really got above 12th place. But you didn't need to. You're staying in the Premier League for another season, and that's all that matters.
when you look at that chart and look at some of the names that's on that chart now, I'm not in that league really, am I? So I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Another £40 million to spend, which is great.
That's
They're,
what it's
they're
about now,
backing
isn't it?
you again.
Yeah,
'cause
that's what it's about.
financially, there's £30 million in the bank. There's debts and loans being taken out because I'm guessing the stadium needs to improve
It probably
because
does, yeah.
the Mazuma Mobile Stadium only capacity of 6,000. I mean, we drove past it. It's
It
not
ain't
very
looking
big at
good,
all.
no.
Probably needs a lot of work done to be Premier League ready, which is what the owners are probably looking at doing. So, yeah, goals-wise this season, 11 was the top scorer with Abaldo, 10 for Coran Madden, 10 for Orellana. So,
That tells you exactly where I should be, and that's where I was.
yeah.
I just survived.
So £40 million to try and improve this squad next season. to do one better in the Premier League. Okay, going into season number 8 then. Some money was spent. Ariel Gonzalez, young 21-year-old Uruguayan striker. Good potential. Doesn't look anything standing out right now, but you're still going to struggle to attract players at this point.
And that is the biggest problem. Any players that you really want for that, they're looking at you and going, Morecambe with a ground like that.
Yeah.
They're not interested. So
no. Reputation of only 3-star and 2-star training facilities.
I mean, that striker there's 21, but he could be good 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah.
And that's what I've got to be looking at, really.
From Crystal Palace, Waylon Reneke, a good centre-back.
Yes.
Very good, in fact. Left-footed and great physicals.
Yeah, and this guy's for now. So, that's the thing. You're buying a couple for later and a couple for now, really.
Goalkeeper in Muric coming in.
Always good keeper. I'm glad he accepted to come, really, because I didn't think he was going to. So, I'm pleased with that.
So, that's good. And then we still got some more players as well. Free transfers. Jake O'Brien. The
Another
Evertonian centre-back. Yeah. Well, he's not Evertonian, but he comes from Everton. He's Irish. But then we've also got Martin Bigal for Torrent, another good striker.
Yep. Only 22 as well, so no one that could be a couple of your seasons' time, he could be good as well.
Yeah, but the main striker is going to be this man.
That's right, yeah. I mean, we've seen he was in one of the leagues I played in before, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the Championship.
Yeah, so I've got him this time. And I mean, I didn't think he would come to me, but when he said yes, I was really chuffed to bits.
Yeah.
He's 2-footed. He's lethal in front of goal. We know what he can do. He's done it in the Premier League this season. He's good.
110k a week he is on, but for a free transfer, it's a cracking signing, especially because last season, 19 goals in the Championship. The season before, 13 in the Premier League.
Yeah, so he's proven goal scorer in this league. So that's all I need.
Absolutely. Tactically, then, we're setting things up and we're going for a 4-2-2. Not wide, because obviously that was what we were using previously to get up the leagues, but this time it's a narrow one.
That's right, yeah.
We've got Abaldo and McAtee in those centre attacking midfield spots. Evanilson to lead the line.
I mean, I feel like I've got good keeper, good 2 centre defenders, a good defensive midfielder, and then I'll just let the rest of the guys up front just try and do it for me. There's 2 good strikers there. They're going to score goals for me. I know they will. I'm looking at least 18th this season.
That's relegation.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant 16th. Yeah, I had him yet. I finished 17th, and I was like, one better. All
right. Well, let's hope you don't finish 18th.
No.
Start of the season, though, it's been a lot better than what it was last year. Only losing to Tottenham Hotspur.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I thought you would.
If I can help them win the league.
4-0. Manchester City, win against Man City 3-2.
First game of the season, and I beat Man City 3-2. I mean, I'm
New
looking at this now.
Evanilson scoring
he
in the
bangs in 2 goals.
Minute.
Gets in there. And Newcastle, that's a good win as well.
He also scored a late winner against Wolves as well.
Yes.
In the 91st minute.
So, that's a good win. But away to Newcastle as well, that's another good win.
Yeah.
And then to go and give the dirty Leeds and Amrin on.
Yeah, 5-1.
Yes, get in.
All right, so the Premier League, I'd imagine you're still at the bottom. Yeah, 1,000 to 1 this time. They're not predicting too much of a bad take for you there, but just seeing the managers is quite funny. Arteta's just joined Newcastle. Zinedine Zidane has joined Arsenal. Vincent Kompany is now at Manchester City. So some big names joining you in the Premier League, and you've got to try and survive yet again.
Morecambe's got the biggest manager, I guarantee it.
We'll see. Well, 13th place, better than last year.
My lucky number, I'm going to take that.
Climbing the table, 47 points this time round.
I'm on my way up.
Way away from survival, from relegation there. 14 points.
Nice relaxed full season that was.
Yeah.
Building on it, got a couple of good players in. Build on it again next season now.
Yeah, so past positions, you actually just went further and further down, but you were never really in trouble.
Just kept on going down, didn't I? From that start of that season, I had a really good start and just kept on going down. But there you go. Never got down there, so I'm pleased with that.
That's it. So, no players to know as of yet. When you start getting here is when you know you're starting to climb the table. There are some recognisable names. Obi Martin starting to break into the first team there, so that's good for him.
I mean, the 3 top teams are going to be the top teams in this league, aren't they? So,
that's it. But competitions, anything in the cups? No, but a semi-final
against
appearance.
Arsenal. That'd be Arsenal, didn't it?
In the League Cup.
Stop having getting to the final.
Okay, so goals-wise was better this year. Coram Madden got 13. Abaldo also got 13. Evanilson only got 12.
Yeah.
But he only played 23 games.
Yeah.
So is there an injury problem? Oh, he torn his groin.
Yeah.
And was out for 7 weeks there. So that's not great. And he also sprained his knee ligaments, was out for 6 weeks around Christmas.
Yeah, didn't help,
or New Year.
Didn't help.
Damaged kneecap, was out for 5 weeks there. Impact from afar, being tackled. He had Christmas off.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of time off for Christmas. So it seemed like he came back from his damaged kneecap and then sprained his knee ligaments immediately so that he had New Year's off. And then 15th of March there, I don't know, maybe his favourite movie was coming out in the cinemas and he wanted 7 weeks off or something, I don't know. But yeah, he's had a lot of time off.
Bit disappointed with that, but
yeah.
All right, we'll work on that.
10 in 22 that he did play, which isn't bad.
No, he's good when he is on the pitch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, transfer budget, £54 million. They're still backing you here, still giving you more and more money. £42 million in the bank, and we've got a 10,000 seater capacity now.
Yep.
So we're still at the same
stadium.
stadium.
Put up a little bit for me.
Yeah, but we are 10,000 seater. Going into season number 9 now, I think, possibly. Yeah. But it's all about survival again and spending all of that £54 million wisely. All right, going into season number 9 then, Dad, starting thing off with another right back. I feel like you don't need him, but here is another one that's joined the club.
Better, though.
He is better. £7 million. He's Turkish, but bought him from Sporting Kansas City. And he's only 27, so you can serve for a few more years just yet. Yeah. But £26 million did go out. Lee Farrell went to China. £9.25 million. You might remember he was the Scottish centre midfielder that Dad picked up from Hamilton for £1 million, sold for $10 million.
Good business.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Timothy Pembele, which was the right back, £6 million gone out. Bagal 4.5 or 4.3. Tyler Fredrickson's finally left for 3.5. So there is some players who have been moved on, and I feel like you've gone into now like a different generation.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's that next step up, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So Alertson, free transfer. Very good free transfer as well. Centre mid.
Midfielder, yeah. And to get him for nothing as well, I'm really pleased with that sort of.
Kevin Danso, £7.5 million.
He can be a solid centre-back, any for me.
Of course, he's a Spurs centre-back in real life.
Yes.
So this, and you probably prefer this different universe.
Yeah.
Egyed from TCS. Not bad TSC even. Not bad Serbian centre-back.
Yeah, it's quite
good option.
Yeah, both-footed, so I can play him right or left, so which is ideal.
Unambitious personality, which is why he's ended up in Morecambe.
It probably did help.
Orestiano.
He probably never even heard of us anyway.
No, free transfer. Good free transfer as well.
I mean,
can
look
also
at the
play.
Hey,
that's the free transfer that was in my Legends team, if you remember rightly, when we did the Legends database. Yeah. That was fun, obviously.
And we know he's good.
Venezia.
So pleased with that.
Plizzari, £9 million as well from Venezia. He really rated Venezia.
Yes.
A goalkeeper, Italian goalkeeper as well. Romeo Lavia, though, what a pickup this is. £21 million from Fulham.
Yeah, defensive midfield. I don't know. There's many around. It's better than this boy. I'm really pleased getting him in. Dodgy brother, he was going to come to me at first, but then I managed to get him in. Really, paying him 64k a week. There's a lot of money for Morecambe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Franco Mastantuono, though, a lot of buzz about this man right now in real life. He is a fantastic young talent.
And the good thing about it, he plays in all three of those sort of positions. Really, I can use him anywhere.
Yeah. He's come in from River Plate for £11.5 million, got a goal and assist, and player of the match on his Premier League debut.
It's not bad, is it?
That's the way to stamp your authority, isn't it? Alan Castro's the final player for £2.5 million from Peñarol on deadline day. Another midfielder that's come in, left-footed.
Yeah.
Bit of a squad player from Uruguay.
Another youngster as well, yeah, so quite good.
Starting off with a 4-2-2 again, but with a winger. So we've got Franco Mastantuono and Batelli, who is out there as well. So Alertson, Lavia, very different side from two seasons ago when we came up.
I wanted to keep Batelli in the middle, but they kept on pushing him out, and that's sort of roughly how I wanted it to go.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll just let it go, and just see what actually happens, really, because I had another player that could play winger as well. So I thought, no, I'll just let it go, see what happens.
All right, well, schedule at the start of the season is unbelievable.
And I was glad I did let it go and see how it happens, because it's doing really well, isn't it?
4 wins from 4 in the league and beating York City in the cup. 4-0 against Bournemouth too. A 5-2 away to Aston Villa.
Yeah, but I haven't played none of the big boys yet, and then my next 4 games left. They're all there, and I mean, all right, Newcastle's in the cup, but it's all there now. It's going to happen next.
Finally, not on the bottom of the league in terms of the season preview, but still tipped for relegation.
That's trouble when they start going up that list, and that's when I usually start going up now. So 13th position to beat. I'm hoping I can beat it.
Time to prove them wrong again. And yes, you did. 5th place finish, Dad. 70 points. Coromandel with 25 goals, and it's Champions League football next season for Morecambe.
What am I doing in the Champions League? Come on.
Morecambe are in
9
the
seasons
Champions
and
League.
winning the Champions League.
Yeah, Tyson Fury will be loving this.
Oh, he's director.
Yeah.
I've asked him to come down and put some money into the club. He's doing it for me. So, yeah, lovely, jubbly.
Coromandel with 18 goals, which is very good. That's the first time we've got a player up there in the Premier League. You finished above Arsenal with Manchester City,
There you
Newcastle.
go. Yeah.
Some big clubs finishing above them, doing very well indeed.
Great season.
Most goals, you're up there with fourth highest for the most goals. The pass positions in 5th place.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm
Never went lower than 7th.
I'm really happy with that because that means I had a really good, consistent season, really.
Yeah.
I was there or thereabouts all season, so I'm pleased with that.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Cup competitions. Nearly had our name on 2 trophies. Carabao Cup.
I'm not telling you what a good
Manchester
season I
United.
had, really, didn't it?
Yeah. FA Cup. Manchester United again.
They had a hell of a season. I mean, they won the league quite comfortably, and they won the 2 cups. They just done me.
Yeah.
Done me bad.
Probably the closest Premier League side in the league to Morecambe, as well as Manchester
Yeah.
City. I think Manchester
Yeah.
and Morecambe are fairly close.
I mean, what a difference when we play home and away, innit?
Yeah.
In the size of the grounds.
Mental. So 2
mean-
runners up, a treble for Man United.
Can I get any better than that? Can I get any better than
You could have won
finishing
them.
5th?
You could have won the
Yeah, but
trophies.
in one season, you finish 5th. You get into 2 cup finals, and I'm in the Champions League.
25 goals for Coromandel.
Just don't know
Batoli
why.
got 18. Evangelson got 18. Still not a
He
great.
played 40 games
He
this
did
time,
play
though.
40 games. His pace is dropping off.
Yeah, he's getting there now. And it's,
Yeah, because of his
for
age.
the Premier League, it's really hard when you're that age, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Franco Mastantuono had a good first season though, 14 and 17.
Yeah.
So did Oristiano with 17 assists. The transfer budget for next season, £68 million with Champions League football.
say it again. Morecambe in the Champions League.
Well done. All right, as well as the money that you already had, £20 million has gone out for a centre-back option, 28 years of age, but also another £12 million there on the players that you can see highlighted, and that's allowed you to really splash the cash. We've got a couple of free transfers still, though, doing
Yes.
what's
I
you
thought
know
this
what's
was a hell of a
needed.
good
Raskin's very
Oh,
good.
I think this is a good free signing, really. You
Yeah.
know, for those 2 positions that he can play in as well. I mean, he may not even get in my team, but I just know he can cover both those positions, and he is good, really.
Yeah, Pizzotti from Newcastle, £9
Yes.
million, a new gen who plays from the left-hand side. Argentinian, can also play in that centre attacking midfield slot.
Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he?
£40 million on a
Yes.
player from Southampton. Jordan Wilbraham, who is a really good centre-back.
Oh, he looks really good, doesn't he? And he's 2-footed, so I can play him either side on that. And he will go up into the midfield as well if I really needed him.
Yeah, he's 6'5", so a lot of height on him, so
Yeah.
deadly from set
I'm surprised at his
pieces.
heading's only 10, though.
Yeah. Well, it's more about whether you could direct it. You can
Yeah.
jump, you just can't get anywhere. A few more free transfers though. Mark Berger, the Dutch striker. That's
Yes.
not a bad pick up there for a free transfer. Sidonio from Famalicão, another free transfer. Cracking left back.
He is, yeah, definitely.
Really good left
Yeah.
back. Defensively too. Komech, £36 million spent on a Fenerbahce centre-back.
So I spent a lot of money, like £76 million
Two
on 2
centre-backs.
centre-backs. But in this league, you've got to be defending well and you're to do anything in this league. And I felt I've got 2 players in that can do it for me, really.
Okay, then we've still got a couple of transfers as well, but they're loan deals for £3 million for the season. We've got a
Yeah.
right winger.
I just felt I needed a few more players in the team and I couldn't afford to buy anybody that was good enough. So I thought, well, go to the loan market and just get these players to be just there to helping me out. Sometimes they'll play, sometimes they won't. So, and I feel he's a good winger, really.
And Halal Khan from Leeds.
Yes,
He's a striker.
I mean, look at this guy. He looks good, doesn't he? His composure 17, pace 16, and he knows where the net is, doesn't he?
I don't think he's that good, Dad.
Oh, you just we'll see. He's there as a reserve striker. He's there as a reserve striker.
You
isn't he?
made out then. If nobody was looking at his attributes, they would have thought you had just signed Victor Gyökeres.
I haven't signed him though. He's only on loan, isn't he? So you know he's.
Yeah, but the
he's
way
not
you
my player.
described him was like, look,
Come on, I mean, look at this guy. He looks good, doesn't he? He's dribbling, he's good. His finishing's good. His composure's good. His
his
determination's
aggression's
good.
4, his bravery's 8,
doesn't have to
off
be
the ball's only 13.
Doesn't have to be aggressive, does he?
He can't tackle, he can't
mean,
jump,
1 minute you
can't have a first touch.
1 minute he's there, and then he's gone. He's that quick. He doesn't need to be aggressive, does he? Because you've got to catch him then.
He's got to play for that to happen.
Yeah, well,
And he hasn't done that
did say.
yet.
injuries.
Tactically, then we've gone to a 4-2-2 formation.
Yeah, I had to,
Evanilson
really.
and Coram Madden. So Evanilson's still in the lineup.
Yes.
I'm surprised by that.
And that's why that guy's not getting into the team. I've still got 2 good strikers, really.
He started with 6 goals. His pace has really dropped off, though. Starting to really.
I mean, my
drop
back
off.
four is looking really good now, I feel.
Yeah.
Or back 5, should I say, even, really.
Start of the season, though, as Auburn wins.
What a
Arsenal
start.
5-2.
Good in. That's a brilliant start of the season.
4-3 against Palace. 3-2 against Leicester. A couple of tight ones there, but then a nice little 4-0 against Leeds.
Yeah.
And even
And then
beating
Crystal Palace
in the
5-0.
cup.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Champions League
Good
football, though,
start.
this season, Dan, for the very first time
Oh, this is where it could
for
be.
Morecambe.
This is where it could be funny. Isn't it?
Zagreb, AZ Alkmaar, Milan, Porto, Copenhagen. I'll tell you what, it's not that hard.
I'm looking at that.
There's only 2 big ones,
It's
really.
the 2 Madrids, really. All right, Ajax could be a tricky game. Porto could be a tricky game.
Milan.
And Milan could be a tricky game. But if I win my own games, I could go through on this.
Nah,
So
maybe.
I've always said it in Europe, and it's about winning your home games.
Yeah.
And I could just go through on this.
Well, in terms of the Premier League, which is the ultimate challenge that we've got here, 15th place. So still in the bottom half, despite having Champions League football. Well, you also got to focus on the Champions League because winning that would seriously out-trump winning the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Right, well, it's a huge finish, and it's just Manchester United in the way.
I mean, we knew how good Man United were. They'd done the treble last season. So we knew how good they were. To get that close to them, oh, wow. And look at the finish I had as well. So, yeah, all right. Mate, that's unbelievable. What a season that is.
7 points
Runners up.
behind,
Runners
only
up.
losing 6.
I only lost one more game than they did.
Yeah, you lost to
I
them
lost
twice.
And you can say the 2 games I lost them cost me the league.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, Liverpool, Man United, and Man City. The teams
All
I'm
the teams
losing
at the
against,
top.
really.
They were all top 4 teams.
Yeah.
That's what needs to change next season. I think you're really outplaying your players, if that
100%.
makes sense. The standard
If you
of players.
if you looked at that chart, I ain't got anybody on those charts.
no,
so I ain't
only
got
the yellow
league goal
cards
scorers.
and
Yeah.
assists. One
So-
of the assists.
I mean, team effort.
Yeah.
It's got to be a team effort, innit?
Second highest amount of goals. That's where that's come from, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how you've managed to do that. Competitions, though. Do we finally have a name on a trophy? No. Semi-final of the Champions League, though, by Barcelona. How have you managed to get that far?
I don't know.
All right, let's start from the beginning. League phase, finishing in 10th place. 5
I mean, I won
wins.
5 games.
Yeah, beating Ajax 5-1, 3-0 against Atletico, drawing to AZ Alkmaar, losing 5-0 to Madrid, but hey, everybody loses to Real Madrid. Knockout playoff round, eliminating Red Bull Salzburg. Got a lucky draw there, didn't you?
Yes, 100%.
Round of 16, though, by Leverkusen, 3-1.
It's a possible team to win.
Still
you
a
know.
better team than Morecambe right now. Quarter-final, Bayern Munich. There we go. There's a giant.
Harry Kane?
There's a giant. I mean, he's probably retired now. We're 10
Yeah.
seasons in. But semi-final, unfortunately, to Barcelona, who went on to lift the Champions League trophy.
And I'll tell you what,
And only 4-3.
I'd have fancied myself against Dortmund.
Yeah. He already beat Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Doing all right against the German sides.
Oh, well.
Knocked out by Munich. Unlucky, that is. That is very unlucky.
I'm going to take that.
Coram Madden was the top scorer again.
He's been
22
out of a
goals.
purchase for me, that guy, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's got better every season. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with that.
250K.
What a player that was.
Not too bad at all. Evanilson, 15 goals. He's still trudging along. It's
Yeah.
getting worse every season, though.
He is, yeah, but he still knows where the net is. And that's the thing, isn't it?
Alertson's done all right. Kriki has done okay as well, which was the lonely right midfielder that you picked up from Leipzig.
Yeah.
The other loney's gone.
I think
he
he
didn't play any games.
Yeah, they probably took him back in January, didn't they?
Trans budget, though, £67 million after getting that far in the Champions League. Not too bad at all. Reputation has climbed. I take it you're not really asking for training facilities. That's something you keep forgetting about.
I did, but they just wouldn't give it.
No.
Same as the ground. I kept on asking to make the ground bigger, but they wouldn't give it to me.
£85 million
I think they were
in the
just-
bank.
They were happy with what was going on at the moment. So.
Yeah, why need to change it? What does need to change, though? I think
I mean,
they might need another striker.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Who likes to go to Morecambe?
Yeah,
One and a
I
half grown
do,
to go
because
there.
I'm a champion. All right, well, that was season number 10 now. We're going into season number 11 of building Morecambe.
10 seasons to get to the semi-finals of the Champions League.
Yeah,
and
from
runners
League
up
2.
in Premier League.
Not too bad. Well, this was a big overhaul. He's got £22 million there, 49 million for Arthur Herman at left back. A lot of players
I've
going
done
out.
I've
And
done a
another
lot.
£105 million there.
I've done a lot of rebuilding here, and what I was trying to do, concentrate on certain positions. So when I was getting a player in, where I already had 2 players for that position, I was able to get rid of one of them.
Instead of the main...
Yeah, and I was finding it quite easily to sell a player, because obviously I'm standard that I'm playing at the moment, you know, they're good players. Find it quite easy to sell them for good money.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sort of like losing a lot of my budget to get really good players in. I was counteracting it all the time, but each time I felt like I was just improving a player for that position every time.
Yeah.
And,
well, that's good.
and the odd player I was picking up for a freebie or something like that made it even better for me as well, really.
All right, let's go through them then. £9 million for John Burgos, who, look at the standard of player you've brought in this season in comparison to just last season.
Yeah, I mean, what a winger this guy is, well, and he's quick as well. And
really good, especially for only £9 million.
Yeah.
Celso Young, £42 million, striker.
Now we're talking good striker, aren't we?
There we go. That's better. That's way better than Evanilson.
Yes.
And the lone player that you claimed was really good last year.
I mean, look at this guy. He looks good, doesn't he?
Gonzalo Escudero, £10 million for him. He's a good centre-back, left-footed as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll get into my team, but he was a good centre-back for be a substitute on the bench or something like that, yeah.
Moran, who is a goalkeeper.
Yes.
24 years of age. Very good goalkeeper as well, the Argentinian. But there's still more. Anthony Gordon for 125k.
Yes.
Good backup option.
Oh, and he plays both wings and he plays as a striker as well. So,
yeah.
Freebie, it was really good.
Facundo Vega has joined, another cracking midfielder who can finish as well.
Yeah.
23-year-old Argentinian. A lot of Argentinians joining the club. Signed the player that obviously you had on loan.
Yes.
He did quite well last year.
Yeah, he did, yeah. So he's another good winger. So I've got 3 or 4 good wingers now that sort of like all followed out between themselves then, really.
Well, the last 3 transfers, Geertruida, who we know and love, 33 years of age, plays everywhere.
When I seen this guy for free, I just thought I'm just going to get him in because look at the positions he plays. Going back to my old days when I first started off, when I'd always buy squad players, I'd buy this guy every week, every day of the week sort of thing.
Well, the 3 players that you spent the most money on, we've got £55 million on Aaron Hickey, who, of course, is the Scottish left-back / right-back.
Yep.
Very good player indeed. Then we got Franco Ferreira for £60 million. Centre-back, good with both feet, very pacey.
Yeah.
Well, not very pacey, very strong, sorry. Good jump and reach, 6'4", good positioning. Mental attributes are all there. Had a good career so far. And then finally,
yes.
Philip Jorgensen, which is the goalkeeper.
Yes, it was, yeah. And when I had a few million left over and I just didn't know what to do with it, really. And I seen this guy come up available and I thought, I just couldn't afford him at the time, and I had to sell 2 more players, I think it was, and it was a chance I was taking because they were midfield players, I think, if I remember rightly, and I took a chance by selling them, and then I got this keeper, and I just thought, right, getting a good keeper into this standard could be the difference between first and second. I felt.
Okay.
Really?
Well, tactically, we're sticking with what got us second place last season.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be silly to sort of knock it on the everything, sort of change it around. So, I mean, look at the wingers I've got there. The 2 strikers there.
Celso Young is great.
Yes, yeah. So, it's fingers crossed and let the boys go. Don't lock anybody in. Just let them go. They could do it for me, I think.
All right, well, start of the season has got 3 wins from 3, including a win against Liverpool and a 6-1 win against Manchester City in the 3rd round of the Cup. But it's the next opponent
that's the one that worries me.
You need to beat. And they are currently 6th, so they've dropped points in the league so far.
I come up against Man City and sort of danked them 6-1 in the Cup. And when I looked at the league table at the time, they were top of the league.
Yeah, they're smashing it.
So I thought, wow, what am I going to do to United?
Yeah. Okay, well.
So, yeah.
Time to find out, because the season preview finally gives you your flowers.
Yes.
In 8th place with Champions League football again, but they still put you at 100-1 to win the league. Is this the season, or are we still plugging along and building to win the Premier League title? Well, there we have it. It's this season, and it's 100 points, and Manchester City are finishing second with 97 and only losing 1 game.
One game, yeah.
Oh, that is mental.
They were on my tail the whole season, or I was on their tail, whichever way it went. I know we were just swapping sort of places, was it?
Yeah, you were just on them.
Yeah. They're all season. Like, what a season. What a season.
Conor Madden again, 26 goals. I mean, he obviously
What a
just got
sign.
Celso Young. Yeah, he's great. Celso Young has got 21 goals. He also has one of the highest average ratings in the league as well as Patelli as well. You've got 19 goals from that right-hand side wing. He's been great for you as well.
He played really well for me as a centre forward, but when I got the other boys in, I always wanted to play him out in the wing, and I just couldn't get a centre forward to keep him out of that position, really.
Yeah.
So and that's
£7 million for him.
Yeah.
And that was his best season.
absolutely fantastic. All those 10,000 fans that came to watch us at Morecambe see the title-winning team, 100 points in the Premier League. Get in.
Season a capacity set of 10,000 was reached every single home game, as you can see there in the Champions League and in the league. But what about that Champions League? Oh, so close to a treble.
Oh, what a treble that would have been, though, eh?
What a treble that would have been. 3-1 against Brighton in the FA Cup,
Who did I lose against?
and in the Champions League, Real Madrid.
Only 1-0.
Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Well done, though. Didn't lose in the league phase. Drew to 1-6. Beat Dortmund. See, you could have done that.
I tell you what,
In that same final. Beat Spurs as well. Round of 16, knocking out Lazio 10-3. Great aggregate score there. Quarter-final by Leverkusen. Semi-final, Liverpool 5-2. Just couldn't get it
Go on
over
that game,
the
mate.
line.
Go on that game, look.
92nd minute winner from Kylian Mbappe. Oh, that is harsh.
When you look at the stats on that game as well, I was in that game.
That is so
I had 16
harsh.
shots to their 3, I think
Who's
it
at
was.
fault? Who's getting tanked at the end of the? Oh, it's the keeper.
Oh, I praised you up so much before the season. You were the
Jorgensen.
Different.
Do you remember when we watched? I think it was the Champions League final, and I had a keeper who came out and kicked the ball away,
yeah.
and then he just missed the ball. That was Jorgensen.
Was it? He don't like
It's
fun.
the same keeper. It's the same keeper. He has had terrible.
Possession
luck.
look, it's virtually the same look, but they only had 7 shots to my 16 shots. I had him.
Yeah.
Adam.
But the challenge is complete. You have won the Premier League with Morecambe, the worst team in the English league system.
I do think we're going to take the Eric Morecambe statue down and put a Mega Dad statue up in Morecambe. That's what I'm voting for now. Gets in.
£50 million for anybody who wants to take this on, because this will be available on the patreon.com/Mega Gaming or on the YouTube channel membership page. You might just have to remind me when I get back from holiday, because I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, so I might not have put the video up yet. But yeah, huge achievement, Dad. Well done. Because this one isn't an easy one, and you've done it
I nearly had the big one.
in 11 seasons. How did it take us 23 to do Race to the Prem? Absolutely mental. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you got this far, let us know. Season 11 crew, have I? And on screen right now, if you enjoyed these longer types of videos, have a look at this one, because it's a Youth to Gold with a team in Portugal. And I got a shirt from Surprise Shirts that they gave me, and that's who I decided to be for the Youth to Gold. And my aim was to win the Champions League.